Alright, you guys, so kind of been putting this video off for a little while. Just haven't really, it's all done. I just hadn't filmed the intro and then actually talking about the shoes. But as the title says, we're going to be giving kind of an honest talk about the new cons Louie Lopez 2's. So I'll give you my thoughts and excuse me, I'll give you my thoughts and all that good stuff and what I think about the shoes, the things that I like, things that I didn't like. So first, let's get into some skating, and then after we get into some skating, I'll talk about the shoes, how long I skated them, all those good things, all the details, the nitty gritty, all that. So let's get into some skating right now, and yeah, go from there.
Oh yeah, I got you. Nah, I'll just move my stuff over here. Just shift it back.
All right, so that's some of the skating. It's over the course of like a week or so. I want to say I probably only skated these shoes for, let's say, probably about 4 sessions or so. This is the right shoe. Um, Obviously, I'm goofy, so it took a little bit more of a beating than the left shoe. Left shoe, mostly what I do. I don't do a lot of switch flips. I'll do like switch ollie, switch. I'm like a switch heel kind of guy. So when I do switch stuff, it's usually like switch heels and stuff. So I'll get more wear like back here versus further up in the shoe. But okay, let's talk about first some of the good things about this shoe. Uh, there's less good things about this shoe than for me than there are bad things. So we'll get into that first. Some of the good things, some of the things I did like was I like that this is the toe, like because this is all stitch, and it's double stitched around the toe box, but it's turn and stitch. So what turn and stitch is basically like they take the layer of suede and then they fold it over and then they stitch it. It's similar to what they do on dunks and stuff like that. So it just doesn't rip and fray as easy, especially like, an area that's like high abrasion, like, your toe where you're flicking for kick flips and stuff like that. So I did like that this was turn and stitch right here. Um, it seems to be like relatively durable, as far as the suede and the stitching is concerned and everything like that. But as far as the gum and the flick and all that stuff, that started going away pretty quickly. The flick kind of changed. It was pretty good right away, like the flick, but it kind of started to go on me within like 2 sessions. So that's not, as good as it was, and it's got a good toe shape and everything like that. It's just the flick kind of went away quick, but did have good flick right away. So that's one of the things I liked. I also, dude, man, there's not a lot that I liked about this shoe. I like the look. Okay, so I like the look of the shoe a lot. I played soccer most of my life, so it definitely has heavy indoor soccer vibes, similar to the what were they called? I want to say they were called might have been the Tiempo or something like that. There was a few indoor shoes that Nike shoes that this kind of reminded me of, but yeah, it definitely has more of an indoor vibe. You know, as far as Okay, I'll talk about the things that I don't like. So I'll start this off with cons in general, if I'm being completely honest. And I'm sure a lot of people, if they're even people that like cons, they can probably admit this to be true. They're just not comfortable shoes. I don't think that they're. I've tried virtually every cons skate model, and I haven't found one that's actually like I put it on and I'm like, wow, this is super comfy to just wear. The comfiest shoe was the Fast Break Pro, and even those still were not the most comfy shoe. I don't know what it is. The fit is always just weird. Like even the ones that run true to size, they're they're just not. They just don't fit well. The toe box is always like a little bit too skinny, and that's even. I mean, that's on like all their shoe models. It's just too skinny, and I have an average foot. Okay, I don't have a wide foot. I don't have a super skinny foot. It's very medium. My arch also is like a mid-height arch. I don't require any arch support or anything like that. I have a neutral gait as well. You know, I was big into running for a while, so yeah, neutral gait. I don't pronate either direction. I have it's very average across the board, and it's just like every con shoe is just uncomfortable. It's like the materials, everything on the inside of the shoe never feels great on my foot. Like everything, like even the way that the heel counter on a lot of the cons models feels, it's like you have to break in the heel counter like a lot, and even when you finally break it in, it's still not comfy. And I don't know if it's because currently, like I have a high standard for what a cup sole should be and like what it should feel like. I'm a big I'm a big fan of for cup soles. I'm a big fan of New Balance and Adidas. And for me, the gold standard for like a cup sole and the way that I like it to feel as soon as I put it on is like the New Balance 440 V2. And that shoe, if you've ever worn one, it's like good to go right out of the box. It has really good board feel, but still doesn't kill your feet on your board. Has great grip. The tread always lasts forever. The flick lasts forever. They're really durable, right? Everything that I would want out of a cup sole shoe. So, so yeah, that's like kind of the standard, and it's just like these. They just weren't. These are not comfortable at all. They're just. There's nothing really about it that screams, and it just shoe in general just doesn't feel like cons just don't feel like a quality made shoe. Like the materials never feel that great if you've worn any like Adidas or New Balance. Like Adidas is a really good example because the materials seem to always be like really good. If you put on a nice pair of like Superstars or something like that, you slide your foot into those babies, you're like, man, these are just feel plush, premium. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they're just in general the new Louis not comfortable, not comfortable at all. The tread pattern on the bottom. I know it has that classic Converse tread, but look how smooth this tread has gotten over the course of, like I said, I probably only skated these like 4 sessions, and the tread's already getting smooth. It's probably not gonna last that long. It's like, man, if you're paying whatever whatever the MSRP is for these, if you're paying that, then it's like these should last a little longer. Like 4 sessions in, like it's already losing flick, already losing grip on the bottom. And I'm not trying to take a dump on the shoes, but I'm being try to be completely honest. I mean, it's for how kind of hyped up these shoes were, and you know, Louis is awesome. Like a talented, gifted skateboarder, and you know, they said that they had worked on these shoes for a long time. I'm like, you worked on these shoes for a long time, and this is like the best that you got. Like, it's just, I'm like, I mean, yeah, they look sick. They look super rad, but as far as like durability, comfort, all those things, it's like, man, dude, these things just, they're not it. I mean, no tongue straps. It's just like, if you look inside, even, it's just like there's always like threads hanging everywhere, like almost every pair of Converse I have. And this might like trigger some people because, you know, I'm not trying to take a huge dump on Converse, but it's like, that's a major company. And to be putting out kind of shoes that are just don't feel really of that great a quality is kind of like, just kind of blows my mind. It's not like your company doesn't have the money to to make a shoe that's like a little bit better quality for the price. I don't know. I don't get it. But yeah, those are some of my thoughts on the Louis. Do I think that you should get them? If you're a big Converse guy, get them. But if it was someone that was like seriously on the fence whether they wanted them or didn't want them, then I'd be like, hey man, like there's way better cup soles for the price out there. Way better cup soles. This is not a cup sole that's just like, for me, would even be top 10 cup soles in the market. Like there's significantly better cup soles. There's even better cup soles from Cons. Like I think that in general, I think that the fast breaks are probably a little bit better than these, in my opinion. But to each their own. I don't really like that shoe a whole lot, but I do think that they're like slightly better than these. So yeah, if you really want a good cup sole shoe and you're on the fence, like you say you have a budget of say $85 or something like that, dude, get a 440. Get like, you can find Superstars on sale all the time. There's a few New Balance shoes that I haven't tried yet. Or not New Balance. There's a few Adidas shoes that I haven't tried yet, like the Centennial 85 low ADVs, couple different ones. But yeah, it's just, in general, I just don't think Cons is making the greatest skate shoes right now. And I mean, to be really brutally honest, like I don't know if they've ever made that great of skate shoes. Like in general, they're just not comfortable. They've never been comfortable. There's nothing about the shoes that are comfy, and it's like, and then the toe box thing really gets me because it's like, okay, if you know anything about toe boxes and what your toes are supposed to do in splay, I know everyone wants like their shoes to be form fitting and tight and everything like that, but your toes splaying is what gives you stability. Like your toes are meant to splay. Your pinky toe being able to move and like a little bit, that provides stability. So when you cramp your toes together, you make your ankles more prone to rolling. You're more prone to spraining an ankle if your toes are crunched. That's just, that's not really debatable. It just is what it is. And on top of that, it creates like all kinds of havoc all the way up the chain of your body. So like all the way from your feet, all the way up through your knees, your back, everything. When your toes can't move and they're so tight together, it's gonna cause more issues. You're gonna have knee pain. You might get plantar fasciitis, like all these things. So get some shoes where your toes can splay a little bit. When your toes are cramped like that, yeah, you might have good flick for a tray flip. Cool. Great. Your tray flips might have good flick. Great. But guess what? Down the road, down the line, when you got the freaking, what is it, like the hammer toes, like the gnarly bunions, because your toes are stuck in one direction, and then you start having like premature knee issues and back issues and stuff like that, your footwear, dog. It's because you've been cramping them babies up when they're not supposed to be cramped up. So, yeah, those are my thoughts on the Louie Lopez 2's. Sorry to kind of take a dump on them, but it is what it is. Anyways, there's there's some new things coming in the works. One of the new things I got going is I'm an affiliate now for Etnies shoes. So if you want to get some Etnies shoes, there's a few models that I had been kind of eyeing anyways, the Scam in the loot. So there's a couple pairs of shoes coming my way. I'm gonna try those out. If you want to get yourself some etnies, what'll help me out if you already are thinking about getting them is use that. I'll put a discount code in the description of this video, and it's my handle, East Coast Curb Killer, all one word. You use that, it'll give you 20% off, and then I get commission on every pair of shoes that's sold. So helps me out, helps me keep making videos, helps me keep skating, and all that good stuff. And then I've also got there's some big things coming with a certain truck company. I'm not gonna talk about it yet, but certain truck company, I got some things coming my way and some things I'm going to be working on that I'm really excited about, and I'll be looking forward to sharing those things with you guys in the future. So yeah, let me know what you guys would like to see next. Remind insoles, send me some insoles, so I'll talk about those some too in the next video, and everything like that. I have them in the shoes that I'm wearing right now. So yeah, let me know what you guys would like to see. Let me know what your thoughts are on the Louis. If you've skated them, let me know what you think. And I'm trying not to be biased. I try not to be biased at all when I was doing this. I'm just, comparing to a bunch of different cup soles. So let me know what your thoughts are. If you've tried the shoes, let me know what you think about them. If they're your favorite shoes, let me know. If you think I'm completely wrong and off the reservation about Converse in general, let me know. It's not going to hurt my feelings. So I'll catch you guys soon.